everybody. Hopefully, somebody's in here and you can hear me. I am covered by fans right now, and I have my earphones on for when Brittany is on her way. She will be here to give you most of the news, which is going to be good because she's much better at it than I am. And let me go ahead here and adjust some of the stuff here because I'm not quite ready. I need to give myself like 20 minutes, I think, from now on going forward to be ready to go live. Hey, Nautical Wanderers, how are you? I see you in here and you are on your way. I will see you soon. Let's see here. Let me remove from studio that. And first things first, I wanted to do the reviews, the cruise ship review of the day. So good and bad. I need to take this off so I could hear myself because it's weird. I don't hear myself speaking. So let's go ahead and look at that. I'm going to try to see if I can share this with you and see if it lets me. I was playing with it earlier and I was struggling. Okay, I think I got it here. Okay, so we're going to start off with a bad one. Hopefully I can do this. Let's see. Okay, I think here you all can read that, right? So this is Nick here. You can see I screenshotted this. This is from, was it Yelp or It might be TripAdvisor. No, I think it's Yelp. I think it might be Yelp. So this is the Spirit Airline. He's talking about the Carnival Conquest. Let's start this up. This is from last year, August 15th of 2023. Nick from Altamonte Springs, Florida. But he kind of looks like that guy, that meme, that older guy who's like in the office and smirking. I don't know if that's his real profile pic, but his 1-star review is, this is the Spirit Airlines of cruise ships. Conquest, old lady, dirty, horrible food. Low class passengers allowed to do anything. Small ship, short staffed, rooms dirty. Don't waste your money unless you're used to this trash. Won't come back on a free cruise. So I guess he maybe booked the offer or a free cruise, and I didn't understand. I think he's spelling that wrong. This part, yeah, for sure. I don't know. I think it's supposed to be a D there. You're used to this, right? Anyway, I think that's this part here I don't like. Everything else, that's his opinion to understand, but that's pretty judgmental. Low class passengers. What does that mean? Are you high class? I don't know. I don't know what that means. And I just found that, but I mean, everything else is his opinion, and it sounds like he had a bad time on this ship. I just laughed when I saw Lolo. I'm like, come on. That's a dig at like all other, the other 2,000, 3,000 people? Oh, oops, sorry, some of them. And that they're allowed to run amok and do whatever they want on the ship. And Carnival is like the opposite. Like, I feel like there's more people with an eye watching because Carnival's trying to cut that image down. It's just perpetuating out there this image. And of course, they recently did have that fight on, oh my gosh, the Carnival Paradise and the buffet at 3 a.m. Somebody was going to get pizza, and y'all all probably seen the clips on TikTok, YouTube, whatever. And so the image is kind of hard to look at. This dog in here. Sorry. So I'm going to switch the image now to a positive one. So mine tonight are about Carnival. I decided to do Carnival. I just Google search Carnival Cruise Lines reviews, and I went to, I think, Cruise Critic, but I don't like those. I feel like they're people, like they're all travel agents, and there's nothing wrong with that, but they're giving too much information at the point where it's like, whoa, I never thought I needed to worry about this stuff, like categories of rooms and just weird things. I mean, some of that's important, but I like these short to the point. That's what I like. I don't like to read long reviews unless it's like a specific thing I'm paying a lot of money for, maybe a suite or something like that. But let's go ahead and close this guy off of here. Stop screen. Okay, I did it. Ooh, I did it. Let's go to the other one here. And it looks like there's nobody in here but you, Nautical Wanderers. I don't know if hopefully everybody can hear me. Let me let me share my other thing here. And I think this is it. This person did the right thing and did not include their face in here. Hopefully, are you still seeing it there? Yeah. So, where's my copy? I was supposed to read the big one because I can't see. Okay, let's go. Cody M, Miramar, Florida, also Florida, but also when you think about it, Miramar is where the big call centers are for Carnival. So I'm thinking he might be an employee, maybe, or former or employed or friend of an employee. That's a big area for cruise lines in general to have a presence. Usually, a lot of the people who take your phone calls in the United States are based out of Miramar for Carnival, unless they work from home. Best value. This was also in November 24th of last year, so a little more recent. Best value, best vacation. All our food and entertainment was included. I went from the ballroom, dancing, to dinner, to a comedy show, the nightclub, the casino, and a party in the atrium, all in 3 hours. That's a good way to synopsis a big evening on the cruise ships. Any cruise ship really. If you wanted to do all that stuff, it's all there. It's like kind of living in a big city that's safe to walk around at night. Basically, usually safe, 99% safe. And you can do something. I'm sorry, I missed something here. Oh no, anyway. You can do something different every hour of every day and not have to repeat a thing. Best vacation out there, hands down. I agree with that. Always call your PVP or request one to get the best deal and to secure your reservation. They have all the information, can guide you on things to do, and make sure you have the best trip possible. That's what leads me to believe this is kind of a loaded review. This is not that Carnival nefariously asks an employee to post this, but I think maybe they have ties to someone being based in Miramar. I would have changed that part here, wherever Miramar, that it didn't say that, because I know that when I've applied for a job with Carnival to be a PVP, and that's what they said. But anyway, a PVP is a Carnival employee. That's a personal vacation planner, is basically what that is. And they work for Carnival. They're not a travel agent with another brand. They work for Carnival. And let me make sure I'm closing all this stuff here. So there's someone, and you can keep the same one. If you don't like that one, you can ask for another one. And we know some people who work as PVPs in Carnival, and they do a great job. And if I didn't like booking it on my own, I would totally go through them or a travel agent. I just like to do it myself. But we have utilized our PVPs in the past via email, which is nice because I can do it on the fly. I don't have to stop, call. I can type it on email and say, no rush, get back to me when you can. Can we switch? Can we do that? They handle it for you, which I love. Hey, Destination Fun, how are you? Welcome in. Yes, make sure you hit the like button. I love that. I was just talking about some reviews I just read. I don't know if you saw them, but basically a good and a bad for Carnival. Carnival Conquest, and then Carnival in general, Carnival Cruise Line. Wait, I think, I don't remember. Okay. Let's continue on here. Some other news that I wanted to talk about was, let me find it here. Meghan Trainor. A lot of y'all might know who that is, right? But do you know why she's in the headlines recently? I'm sure somebody does. Hold on. Let me get this ready. I'm so underprepared. Okay. What's the name of the browser here? I am struggling. I need like a producer on here. A producer. Okay, let's share the screen. I'm gonna get this down, guys. Oh gosh, where is it though? Where is it? Oh, here it goes. Here it goes. Here it goes. Let's share this. Okay. This is the whole. Hopefully, I'm not making you too dizzy. But let me scroll here. Meghan Trainor is, and maybe you've already said it and I can't see it. Where's the little arrow? Okay. She is the new godmother of the Utopia of the Seas, Royal Caribbean's newest ship. It is debuting very soon. It's actually already in Port Canaveral, which a lot of us in here have watched the arrival of it. Is it Port Canaveral? Yeah, Port Canaveral. And we know some people will be going on very soon. Some people we follow on TikTok. Dara's going to be on the inaugural sailing, which is the 19th, right? Or the 18th, the 19th, I believe, of July. And anyway, Meghan Trainor here. If you can see this, I don't know if you can because it's not showing me. Oh, you're seeing nothing. Okay, it's switching. I see what you're seeing now. But basically, this is the the news press release about this stuff. There's some other cool stuff I wanted to show here if it'll work. Here we go, my internet. There's the Royal Railway, which Dara actually on TikTok, she the cruising cat lady, she posted a pretty informative breakdown of how this is going to be. And basically, in my opinion, still it's for me a one and done. And I see no reason to really, it's really expensive. And she brought up a very valid point that it's so small and they do two seatings a night and can only hold, I believe, 24 people. So 48 people a day, roughly, on a ship that can hold about 6,000 people. And it's going to be always booked. It's going to be hard to get. And that maybe that's why the price is going to be so high, so that everyone who kind of wants it might get it out of their system or whatever the people. I don't think people are going to repetitively do this every sailing. Like if they've come again, oh, let's go to the Royal Railway, because it's going to be one of those niche things, but it's going to be cool. And she said, like, she actually gave actual data about it, but the first couple of sailings, the first month or season is going to be Western, and then it's going to be a more of an Oriental, kind of like the Orient Express, but not really, but something like that. And the cuisine will change at the time also. But let me go here to this Utopia Fast Facts, which I love this kind of info. And I know we talked about Utopia on your live too, Destination Fun, and it's amazing the stats on this thing. So here it is now. Godmother Megan Trainor is down here. It was not on there a while ago, but now it's up, and it's cool. She's a modern, still relevant, young performer. Let me get this off of here now because that's kind of, there we go. Yeah, she's a godmother, yes. But yeah, that's kind of, I didn't have much else to say. I'm waiting on Britt. She will be here and have more to contribute. I can, I guess, talk about some things. Let me see here. I wanted to bring up Hideaway Beach on Coco Cay because we're going there soon. We're actually all of us in here right now going there soon, end of August, and well, we're going to Coco Cay. I don't know if it's worth. It's right now. I think it's $44 a person. Lisa, Cruising Forever, who was just on your show with us, she had reached out to me via text. She said, "Hey, me and somebody else who's going, who's not really on TikTok, I don't want to give her name, but they're going to book it." And she's like, "Are y'all going to do it?" And I'm like, "I don't know, maybe," because I kind of like to walk around Coco Cay. I like to try all the stuff, get the chicken sandwich, the brownie, and I think the Hideaway Beach, they have pizza. They have multiple bars. They have a pool. They have a private pool for the cabana people, like a plunge pool, infinity plunge pool, I think, soaking pool. But the cabanas are overpriced as usual. And I hear reports that the Hideaway Beach pool, it's heated, but that it's really crowded. That like it's so noisy because it's smaller than the big Oasis pool, that there's really no like quiet spots in the pool or the pool area. That the quiet spots are closer to the pizza place. And I'm like, I don't know if paying $45 a person is going to be worth it. I want to experience it, but I don't know. I don't know if it's worth it because there's so much to do on Coco Cay and walk around. Like, what if you want to change your spot and like, what if it looks nicer? Like, I had fun at South Beach last time. We just chilled out there, and the beach is fine. There's so much to do. And then we went to the Oasis Lagoon or pool, and that was fine. That's actually where I think my new picture is on some of my profile pics, and just a lot to do on the whole island. So, and it didn't seem that crowded. That place seems crowded now because it's smaller, it's secluded. Not really, but it is. It's like you can't just like go up and like look at everybody, but it's adults only, and you buy it, and your CPass card will open the door, is what I read. So there's no like, hey, find my name on the list. You just walk once you paid for it, whether you buy it on the ship or pre book it. It allows you access to the Hideaway Beach area, and there's not much there. Like drinks aren't included unless you have the drink package or you're gonna buy the drinks. And I'm like, what is? I guess it's just crowd control, the $45. And I don't know. I'm one of those people. I will spend $45 in the casino like that, but when I have to do it for a beach that's all over the island, what do you think about it? Are you willing to risk it? Any of you? Let me know, and I will report back when I see any what am I trying to say? Comments about it. But I don't think personally right now it's worth it. Uh, Hideaway Beach, from what I've seen, I there's so many lounge spots around the island that are quiet. Like when we were leaving, we left kind of early, or did we? Maybe not. I just looked back and there was like nobody to the left when you walk the pier to Coco Cay as you start your day to the left side. It looked empty, and that's a beautiful area too. I think some of it's rocky until you get around by where the shops are. We didn't even go to those places this time, which is crazy. We just chilled out and relaxed because we had the drink package. Let's see here. We aren't doing anything paid on Coco Cay. We love Coco Cay, and there's so much to do there. See, that's kind of where I'm at. I really agree with you on that. I would love to experience it, and we did have an offer book that included Hideaway Beach on the Allure back when it was in December, but we changed that. We canceled that sailing because we wanted to go on Wonder of the Seas instead. That didn't come with that incentive, but we just rebooked Allure in November after Utopia again, and it doesn't come with that offer. So, whatever, we don't have the offer, but we're still going on Allure, and I just don't know. I don't know. I remember back in the day that used to be the price for Mr. Sancho's, $45, and that you get stuff back then. And now I think it's closer to what, 70 maybe, or 80. It could be even more than that now. I don't know. And they're sold out all the time, but they give you drinks. There's food and they bring it to you, which is cool. I love that. That's what I like. So when we went to Mr. Sancho's for the first time and we found out that they just bring you food, like we order nachos and margaritas. Now the margaritas were in the little plastic. They weren't big, but honestly, if they're keeping them coming, I don't mind that. That to me is worth the money because we're probably not going to do the drink package. So if Hideaway Beach was like $100, let's say, and it included, I'd rather pay $100, get drinks and more food options. I don't really care about the private pool. I really don't. Or the kid, like there's not kids everywhere. Kids are like focused on like the kids areas or like the beach with their parent. Like they're not just running around Coco Cay. I don't think parents let their kids roam. So I don't know. I'm kind of torn between that, and it's actually pretty cheap. Although some sailings were there, it's only $20. Some sailings are 80, some are 60. We're 44. So go figure. I still don't think it's worth it. I doubt we're gonna do it. I'm gonna talk it over with Nautical Wanderers here. She should be here soon. But let me think of what else I can talk about to kill some time here until she shows up here. Let's talk about. Oh, I have it here. Let's bring up what's included at Hideaway Beach, or what's there. And to me, it's not. There's so much more around the whole Coco Cay. There is so the Hideaway Beach is points 39 through 49, so 10 unique aspects to it. Whereas Coco Cay has 0 or 1 to 38. So, 3 times as much stuff basically, or almost 4 times. Uh, so they have the ultimate adults only beachfront party spot with sun-soaked DJ beats, in-water hammocks, which I'm sure they're going to be full, resort style cabanas for rent, loungers and umbrellas, and that's Hideaway Beach in general. The cabanas are bask in a chic poolside cabana just steps away from the party scene. Those come with a little cross, so there are additional charges apply to cabins and day beds. The Hideout, which is enjoy exclusive access to an infinity plunge pool with any cabana rental. So that's also not included unless you buy. So those two things right now are so far only for cabanas. The in-water beach hammocks are free. Amp up the chill in a shaded hammock, but I'm sure they're going to be claimed by the time I get off there. The Hideaway pool soak up the scene with DJ beats and the ocean views from the infinity pool. But they don't say, wait, is that the same infinity pool? Oh, infinity plunge pool. Okay, so that's different. I might try that if it's truly heated, but also I don't care. It's going to be so hot still. It's fine if it's going to be a little chilly, honestly. It's going to be really hot, really, really hot, unless it's raining. They have the Hideaway bar, best swim at bar. Of course, the drinks aren't free unless you have the drink package. Bahamas with a nonstop beats, crafted concoction served in water and beachside. The Lost Flip Flop Bar, another bar, the Sweet Ting and the Can Bar, The On the Rocks bar, the Hideaway Hut, get flavorful all American faves at this beach eatery, and then the Slice of Paradise and bar. So, also, those of you who have been, I have not been to Coco. Sorry, guys, I don't know what's happening here. Okay, I guess I'm back. I don't know what that was for. Hi, Bill. How are you? Warm Strong Adventures. Appreciate you coming in here. Oh, it is heated, and it was great in April. Okay. Is it the only place to get pizza on Coco Cay? Because maybe Danny, right? Danny's your name. Destination Fun. You like pizza. I remember you saying that. So maybe it's worth it if it's good pizza. I don't know. Did you try the pizza, Bill? And was it good? We might need to do it just to do a food review. You can maybe just one person. No, one person goes and gets pizza and pushes it through the entrance. That's all. You know what I'm saying? We all split the bill because it's really not. The pool is nice. I will give you that. If it's heated and it's nice, and if it wasn't noisy, Bill, because people are saying that it's really noisy. The pool. Hey, KB, hello. Yes, Danny loves pizza. Well, if it's the only place to get pizza on Coco Cay, but honestly, but I did read. Actually, no, I'm reading now. Oh my gosh, they said they have a guava barbecue chicken pizza. Now I don't know if that's still there, but I read a review. Someone said it was amazing, phenomenal. So I don't know. That sounds up my alley. Oh my gosh, I'm fasting right now too. So anytime I think about or talk about food, I just like start. I turn into a monster. There you go. Everybody saying hello to each other. You didn't do the pizza, okay, Bill? The pool can be noisy. Okay, someone said that the best, quietest spots in Hideaway Beach. I read on Reddit. I read on Reddit were near the pizza place. It was a little more quiet. Um, but there's got to be pizza all over. Like it might be worth for that guava. I don't know. That sounds really so good. Guava barbecue chicken pizza. Is I think what I read. Where did I see that? I read that just now. I don't know where I read that. Gosh darn it. I lost it. Anyway, it was somewhere somebody was talking about like the pizza there. And that if that's the only place they need to market that. They need to say they don't say anywhere in here it's heated pool. They don't say it's the only place for pizza. I would say that it's the only place to get Bahamian. Bahamian is what the Bahamian guava barbecue chicken pizza or something like chicken guava barbecue, whatever, however they worded it. Hey Lois, how are you? That sounds really good and really delicious right now, but I am, like I said, fasting. KB saying hello to Lois. You can find quiet places. I would pay and go back. You would go back. Okay. Maybe it's worth taking a look. I'm torn. I'm doing this. I'm in the middle. I'm like, I'm torn. We might do it. We might do it. Lisa said she's going to do it. So there you go. KB is the only Karen that is not a Karen that I know. Actually, I know another Karen. We call her Kay. She's also not a Karen. Karen. A destination fun. Good. I made it. Oh, you made it in. Yes. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm always happy when y'all show up, but believe me, I understand life happens and you have to live your life. You can't just show up. It's kind of like, everything happens when you don't want it to. And same thing happened when the first time Destination Fun invited us. Of course, we had to go basically to the ER. And it just things happen and we were late, but we still made it kind of. Anyway, it happens. What are we doing? What are we doing? I was talking about. I did my cruise ship reviews of the week that I found good and bad against Carnival, and I think both of them were a little absurd. The good one, obviously to me, was an employee. I think because he was in Miramar, Florida, and he praised the PVPs and was like, and he said really good points that a cruise ship you won't find a more economical way to travel with all the stuff you can do. In 3 hours, he went to a Broadway show. He went to dinner. He went to the nightclub. He went to comedy. He went to watch in the atrium. So 5 things in 3 hours. Like, it's busy. It's fun. So he gave good points, but then he was like, PVPs, book through PVPs are the best. And then the other guy was just very short with Carnival about his cruise on the Conquest. And the line that got me interested was, he said, low class people allowed to run wild on the ship. And I'm like, what does that mean? And are you talking about everybody else but you? Because there's thousands of people on a cruise ship. And I just don't like when people, like, he was given valid points until then, and then a little valid after that. But that's just like a generalization. And like, I don't know. I didn't like that. So that's why I picked, I like to look for the bad ones first. Especially with a kid, absolutely, Lois. Like, I never, if I'm in here and I'm the only one, I'm okay with that. It's weird, but because it'll go to YouTube, so I'm fine with that. People will watch it later. Some people. I get it though, wholeheartedly. I never am like, where's Lois? Where's everybody? I'm upset because I get it. It's a weird time too. I'm picking Friday. Friday is like, rest the weekend, and maybe you're going out. This is when you go out to eat with friends and stuff. So I picked Friday because I'm lazy, and that way I have Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday with videos on YouTube, and it's like a little cheat way to get more videos in, the way I see it. Trucking Dad, I don't think he's been in my YouTube lives, but here's the Liquid IV. I'm not sponsored. I probably shouldn't be showing it, but he was just talking about that. But I'm not going to take this because this has 45 calories in it. Not a big deal, but I'm technically fasting. But if you need electrolytes, this is a good thing. If you're feeling like depleted, hungover, all that stuff, take these on a cruise. You could just get hot and sweat, but you're drinking. Most of us are drinking. We're sweating. It's good to take these. Hello, Destination Fun from Karen KB. I usually catch the replay. Hey, I love that too. Thank you. And I see you usually respond. I just got that and I really like it. You just the Liquid IV. Oh wait, what did I? You know me, guys. So we're going to the adult only area. Okay, no food included. What about the drink package? As a trend? Yes, drink package will transfer. It should transfer. There is food there. I'm not sure if I'm on the fence about going. Destination Fun, I think they said, right? You said that you're probably most likely want to do it because Coco Cay is so big and vast, so much to explore and eat. But it looks like Hideaway Beach has specific things that aren't available anywhere else. So they have pizza. As far as I know, I did not see pizza anywhere. And the one I saw that really I remember, Bahamian, if I'm saying that right, Guawa barbecue chicken pizza. That sounds amazing. Or it could be really bad, but usually I love a Caribbean flair on American staple. Like, so when you see like Caribbean wings or something, I love that like aspect to it. I love chicken wings. Who doesn't like chicken wings anyway? We had some great chicken wings in Bimini the last time. Really good chicken wings. Nautical Wanderers is here.
Hello. Sorry, I'm a little late to the party.
That's fine. You were busy.
Fashionably late. I guess I'll just squeeze in with you.
Can we do that?
Sure. Why not? Hi, Bubba.
You're going to have to be in charge of scrolling the comments.
Gotcha.
Oh, I don't need this then if we're both here.
That's true. Hello, everybody. So I plopped down. I've been listening, but I haven't. Hey, Lois.
I need to learn to look at the camera. I always look down.
Yeah, Bubba. Oh, he's trying to bring me his toy. I thought he was licking me. I was like, ew.
You're sitting in the high chair. I'm sitting in the low chair. So it makes you look
I look
taller.
taller.
I look like, hey.
I love it. I so very rarely am taller
guys.
than him.
Hey, guys.
All right, we got some stuff going on here in the chat. We got food is included in Hideaway Beach. I heard you talking about Hideaway Beach. I say we try it. I mean, why not?
You want to try it?
I mean, might as well, especially if we're gonna have friends there. Like, it'd be more fun.
The thing, you're gonna have to. I think you can go in and out, so you can go claim your spot, and then maybe we can all take a little walk or whatever and walk around. Because I want to hang out with so if everybody's not there,
I just want to try it just to try it. I I actually was kind of back and forth on it as well, and whether or not I actually wanted to pay the money for it. It'll probably be a one and done for me because I'm not big on paying for stuff that like I've never been to the water park on Coco Cay. I've never done the balloon that goes up that costs extra. We haven't done any of that. Honestly, there's so much to do in Coco Cay that like you could go 4 or 5 times and still not hit it all up. We've been twice, 3 times.
3 times, twice and, when it's new like this, like updated.
And we still have not. Oh, right, yeah. We went to undeveloped Coco Cay 12 years, 13 years ago, and then we went to developed Coco Cay. Lois, I think I said hi.
Lois, you're not doing Hideaway Beach?
Yeah, sorry, I already put that on there.
Okay, my bad.
So I don't want to deal with kids, no offense, myself and my husband. Listen, KB, I get it. I kind of was listening to you say that there were no kids or not as many kids around Coco Cay. I actually dispute that because when we were sitting at the high top in the pool, they had like those tables inside of the
That's true.
pool. There were kids that were splashing and they were like getting water in my drink. And I'm like, oh, I'm not really into this. But so I get it, KB. I absolutely get it. And hello, by the way.
Trying to get this light this time.
Bobo, come here.
He was squeaking his toy.
Come here. Come on, old man. Okay, there we go. It's kind of a mess, but KB says hi. You can't see, but he is wagging his tail. All right, I would go early to Hideaway Beach to get the best eating. I bet that's true. Yeah.
Maybe that's the plan. We can do it like because I want to. I really want to try that pizza. If that's really there, I'm telling you, that might be my new favorite thing.
I don't know if paying $44 for pizza is the way to go.
I think we've done that before somewhere in New York or somewhere where we went.
Lois, you Bobo, you got a heart from Lois.
Bobo, you need to trim your face.
Anyways, sorry, I just yeeted him off the screen. He's heavy. Bobo, you got your heart. He says thank you for
I will say real quick to interject when you're talking about the water park there. What Thrills Water Park?
Mm-hmm.
I have, because you're not going. When I go on Utopia, September 30th, I'm going alone. But supposedly people from work are going, but they have a different realm. I'm going to be the only one going to that. So I don't know how that's going to be. And I don't know if I'm going to do everything.
No, you better do everything. He not only got Utopia, but Utopia with the water park. Like, come on.
Yeah, that was an offer they had.
How did that happen?
And it's a balcony.
I'm happy for you.
But I'm nervous because I'm not the one to do that. I mean, I like slides, but how am I going to film? Like, I can't bring my good camera.
No, you get GoPros and you can bring the GoPros. We'll talk that.
Or I can use my phone.
We'll take this off.
I can use my phone because it's pretty water resistant.
All right, so I am here for cruise news, as Tony says. My channel used to be Nautical News way back in the day, like 2018.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it has an intro that says Nautical News.
But it's still Nautical Wanderers.
Nautical News on Nautical Wanderers.
I love
Anyways,
that. We should do that segment. It's time for Nautical News.
I think the biggest cruise news coming out of the world of cruising this last week was that the 14-year-old boy that was lost in Germany on the Princess Cruise was found, which is so exciting. Amazing. Like, I'm not gonna lie. So for those of you who don't know, there was a young boy who was on a cruise trip with his grandmother and an American boy. I believe he was from Texas, and his grandmother took him on a European cruise. And so they went, they were docked in Germany on board Princess. I think it was like the Caribbean Princess. I can't remember exactly which ship. The report is that they got into a little bit of an argument and he was able to disembark from the ship without his grandmother. Then he never came back on board. They could not find him. And the last footage that they ever saw of him was actually in a train station talking to another young man.
Scary.
And so Princess, I think, did a fantastic job, at least how it's being reported, in helping this family get, find this boy. So they disembarked the grandmother. She stayed in port. They actually coordinated and flew his mother out to Germany. And so he went missing on Thursday. He was found, I believe, Sunday. He was found with that boy, the young man that he was seen on video with in the train station. I have not seen reports yet on exactly what happened or how they got there or how he was lured away. Kind of weird. My only thing to that in all of this, so number one, so excited that he is home, or at the time of reporting, they were coordinating him getting home. I find it weird that 14-year-olds are allowed to get off of ships without parental chaperoning. So I don't know the rules, and I have not been able to actually find actual rules
weird.
in place with the cruise lines. If I had a 14-year-old, I would not want them to have permission. I don't know if he's granted permission, like if they signed a waiver saying he was allowed to, or if it's just policy that, under a certain or over a certain age, they're allowed to get off on their own. So found that pretty interesting. I'm still trying to figure out like what that is. And I would be interested to see the rules change surrounding that. I'm not a parent, but I don't know any sane adult that would be like, sure, let the child get off in a foreign country by himself and just
I never even thought of that.
It's kind of weird that he was able to do that.
Maybe he lied and said, oh, my other party, maybe more of his family was off the ship. And he was like, oh, I want to go.
Even if, like, I still feel like there's enough security in place, especially when you're dealing also in the fact that he was an American citizen getting off in a foreign country. It's pretty suspect and pretty weird that is blocking, just so you know, the light, that it would, you can put it over here.
That's a big cup.
That's a big old cup. Yeah, so I just find it kind of weird. So I was like, all right, well, you know what? Let's just bask in the fact that he is home, he is safe, and I guess we'll figure out logistics later on how maybe we need to change some policies up in the cruise industry, because that's so scary. I cannot imagine.
I never thought of that. We don't have kids, but I never even realized that while reading the story that he was 14. How did he even they said, okay, enjoy your day, or what?
Have a nice day. Scanned them out. So I could see how it might be a logistical nightmare to have to make sure your whole party is with you. But you know what? Like, there
should be like a file attached. So like when they scan his card, a parent's, whoever is in his room should pop up.
That's fair.
I would think that would be in place.
Something, or like, if you have a certain guardianship, and even if they're in a different room, you have associated guardianship, and if that person or that child is not with one of those people that their face pops up, then no go, you got to stay on board. So it would have been interesting to see, if he had gotten off, how would that work with I don't know, like, well, I guess the grandmother would have known he was gone. I don't know. It just seemed really, really weird. Anyways, so happy. It sounds like Princess worked really, really well with the local authorities to find him, and they did. So that was really exciting. I heard you share the Godmother Utopia news. So Meghan Trainor, for you guys who don't know who Meghan Trainor is.
I was just holding the Royal Caribbean, Meghan Trainor.
Royal Caribbean.
We haven't used this cup. We need to use it.
Meghan Trainor is, in fact, the godmother of the Utopia of the Seas. She is actually going to be taking her family on the inaugural cruise. So she will be there, and she will be on the ship this weekend doing the 3-day on the ship. And she's actually going to be performing two, they're not really concerts, but she's performing like songs.
That's not the true inaugural, though. That's like the preview ones, right? The inaugural is like, I think, the 19th.
Whatever one she is going to be
I read something like that. They had a competition and 52 like fans of hers could have went on and like, that was cool. Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. That's it. So they did a contest for her fans, and thousands of people entered to win one of 52 slots. Wow. They got free cruises to be on board with her.
I didn't know that. It was free cruise. I'm not a fan. Sure. I'm not a fan of hers. I should be, I guess.
And for y'all who are the TikTokers, you know that Meghan Trainor is like the TikTok queen. She's all over. She's almost more famous for being on TikTok than she is at this point of her music, because like all of her songs are built for virality. Like she builds songs to make them like TikTok songs, like, or at least I feel like she is. So yeah, that's really exciting. So she'll be on board with her family. Wow. She said it's the first time that her, she has two sons, the first time they've ever been on board. Her son is so excited to be on a boat.
That's
I don't know if you listen to how she talks, boat.
Yeah, boat.
So yeah, that's awesome. Quick update to the never-ending but also hilarious cruise video where the people were fighting.
Oh yeah.
Those people have been officially banned. TikTok, I'm losing my brain here. Carnival actually went on record, and I believe it was on X, and stated that everybody involved in that fight was permanently banned from Carnival Cruise Lines. So just a quick update. And not only that, but they were fined. They did not document, or they did not state exactly how much they were fined, but in the cruise contract, it says up to $500. Wow. So they were potentially fined up to $500. Honestly, good, because they broke stuff. They didn't even just break each other's faces. Like, they broke stuff, property. So they should have been fined.
I think they should be sued. I think if you cause a viral video like that, because you're disrupting their image, the brand's image.
Yeah.
And they're trying to clean it up. Like, to me, that's like, what if somebody did that at our event that we're trying to get more sales on, like an event space, and we rented it out to them and they tore it up and they're like, oh my God, Kelman's event place is just a trashy place. And I think in a way you should face potential litigation and suing, because you're disreputating their brand, their reputation.
Yeah, absolutely. I do not disagree. My phone here timed out. This one is a bit of a weird one. This next one we're going to talk about. I don't know. Oh, sorry. Actually, KB said something about, go down to the very bottom. I'm glad they're banning people for fighting. People pay good money for vacation. They don't want to see that crap. I agree. No, actually, I do want to see it. But only for like the fun of it. Like,
I'm glad
if people are seriously
3 a.m.
getting hurt, like, yeah, but no, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna lie.
Moving the camera. He keeps moving the camera. He's pacing. Sorry.
It was funny to watch. It was, the fighting actually wasn't the funny part. I think the funny part for me was the commentary from the guy that was actually filming it. He was so funny.
It's just crazy how I think people who fight like that on a cruise are people who didn't pay for it. I think if you paid for something, no, like, they're probably, their parents paid, or Aunt Teresa paid for it or something. Like, I think about, like, a group of people, probably young people. I wouldn't, a group of, like, how does a group of people, like, imagine all of us fighting like that. We show up and we just start fighting. I'm not ruining, I pay good money for this. Anyway.
Well, they didn't really ruin it because they did it right at the end. It was the last day.
That's true.
So they got their time in. They were fighting over the line of the pizza.
Really?
That's what it was about. That was the origin of the fight, was they were upset about the line for the pizza, or someone did something in the line of the pizza. And other really weird news, Carnival news, a 4-year-old was airlifted off of a Carnival cruise ship for suspected ingestion of LSD. So the story goes that there was a little boy and his family, and they were in the candy store. And when they left, they started walking back to the room, and the little boy started to act very strange. And the dad ran him down to the infirmary down below deck, called for the doctor. First, actually, the nurse came, checked out the boy, and then determined that the doctor needed to come, and suspected LSD. That, I guess, I've never partaken in LSD, but I guess it was on a sticker sheet.
Yeah.
That could be like very candy-esque. Yeah. Oh, KB, that is so sweet. Bobo, guess what?
Okay.
You get to have some trees. Oh my gosh.
I might use that to buy me a big breakfast tomorrow instead.
No, that says buy Bobo some yummy treats.
I'm playing. Thank you, KB.
Thank you, KB. That was so sweet.
He has a lot of I'm gonna maybe buy him a toy, because he's getting kind of chunky. He's getting kind of chunky.
He's fine. He's a handsome
She
boy.
She knows better than me.
He's a handsome boy. Anyways, so LSD, unfortunately, a little boy was airlifted off.
That's scary.
Suspected. It's not confirmed, but so my question to the group is on this, because I'm really torn. What is Carnival's liability for a child ingesting LSD? Because what you're dealing with here is, yes, you are in an isolated environment, right? You're at sea. You're not in, I mean, you are technically in what's considered a private/public, event or venue. But is Carnival liable, or do they do an investigation and try to figure out how did those LSD tabs get there and charge the passenger that,
I kind of think the only thing they can get them on is if it was in the inventory of the candy shop, if it looked like something that was for sale or edible, if they can prove that it's been there for a while, longer than a few minutes, that they could sue, I think, saying that Carnival's not doing the right at checking their store, and this dangerous substance was here for a day or 24 hours, and they never discovered it.
Mhm.
And it should be obvious to me, if not that they know what it is, but something should be out of place, such as an enticing whatever it looked like, a sticker.
Yeah.
Someone said it, I think was Batman or something. Was it that, or it looked like something like that?
I
A
don't know about
star.
that, but I mean, I
I
think
don't think
that
Carnival is
LSD,
guilty.
Molly, all that kind of stuff is made very almost kid like for the festivals and stuff like that, like
Okay.
has kind of that appeal to it. But anyways, I found that pretty interesting.
It's
So
interesting. I don't think Carnival's should be in trouble. I don't know. Like you said, it's kind of like it's like being in a mall or on the street of a city.
mhm.
Like it. I don't know. In my opinion, I don't think.
um so Lois says, I think that it should be the responsibility or the responsibility should be on the parents. That's
Yeah,
kind of where I was too, because I'm like,
because he could have choked on
what if
something.
it had been
Anyway.
something, what if it had been rat bait? Or oddly enough, LSD is bad, but I mean, there's other things in this world that children
Yeah.
can ingest that are a lot scarier. I think that's one of the core problems with cruising and passengers and the crossroads of the two. Cruising is a very almost like protected environment, right? You go on there, you've gone through metal detectors, so you're going to assume nobody has any pew-pews.
Yeah.
You're going to assume, that you're not in an environment where you're in the kind of danger that you would be if you were going out to, say, like a music festival or something like that, right? And so I think what happens is a lot of passengers really drop their guard.
Yeah.
And they start to behave in ways that they wouldn't do on land, or maybe what they would behave that way on land, but it's really amplified on a cruise ship because they're really relaxed, they're
Yeah.
loose. And honestly, I think that it unfortunately that happens with parents as well, right? And not that it to some extent shouldn't, right? Because what happens is you're going on vacation. You want to have a good time. And so you get into this, like, what you think is a bubble, and you think your child is protected, and I think that people drop their guard.
Yeah.
And so I don't know, if the parents we're back,
Hey, we're
guys.
back.
So yeah, I think that unfortunately, when it comes to a lot of things, as much as we want to drop our guard and say, oh, we're on vacation, we're on a cruise, what could happen on a cruise? Things still happen on cruises, And so I suspect that's what happened. So yeah, Lois says you have to watch your kids, and I agree. You have to watch your kids, even when you have to watch.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to watch your husband. Sometimes you got to keep tabs here too.
Yeah.
He'd be trying to do the like Titanic thing at the front of the ship, and I'm like, please don't do that. You're gonna trip and fall. So, KB, I don't believe Carnival should be liable. I think all cruise lines should have drug sniffing dogs on board. I don't disagree with that. I do not disagree with that. I personally don't partake in Mary Jane. If you want to, fine. What makes me mad is the smell. I'm like, can you not have it billow into my room?
I still smell it too, even though it's supposedly not allowed. I'm not a snitch. I'm not a snitch still. But I smelt it on Coco Cay in a few spots walking around.
And so but I do agree that they should have drug sniffing dogs, or they should have some way of, I mean, LSD is first of all, I know of LSD, I would never,
Maybe
I'm not sure either.
That.
But I would not want to take LSD on a cruise ship.
Oh, that's scary.
If you start tripping and you think that you could fly, like you can all the way down to the water. So like, I don't know. I wouldn't trust myself to take something like that. Yeah, Destination Fun agrees. You need to watch your kids. I mean, ultimately it comes down to, even if you remove the liability portion, like the financial responsibility for what happened, which I'm sure Carnival to some extent will make it right with the family.
Sure, I'm sure, yeah.
No matter what, or who's liable or who should be liable, ultimately, if something atrocious had happened to that child, there's no going back from that. So who cares if Carnival's liable? Who cares if the parents are liable? What matters is something really serious and heinous happened to that child. And so I think what happens also is people get very like, well, I mean, if something happens to me on this cruise ship, then I'm just going to sue. And it's like, great, but you know, you might not have, like, I don't know if you guys know this story, but there was a guy who, it's actually a pretty famous cruise story. He walked into a sliding glass door, where it had come, I guess maybe the motion sensor was broke. I don't know if you guys have seen that video, but basically
it was Carnival, right?
I do not think so.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, he hit it hard, right? And when he was on the ship, he's like, I'm fine, everything's good. Well, there were long-term effects to this. And that family got a hefty payout from the cruise line. But who wants that when your cognitive abilities have declined because you smashed your face into a
It was hard. There's video of it.
It was hard.
It wasn't like, and he was like,
hard. Oh. Yeah. And so, you know, that's one thing I think, you know, a lot of these like sue happy people are like, oh, well, okay, great. You know, whatever. Like, and it's like, who cares? Because that was the argument that was happening in the thread of this story, or in the comment section of the story, is like, well, Carnival's liable and they should have paid attention and they should make sure that everything is safe. And it's like, I don't disagree. They should do it to, you know, to the best of their ability. And I don't think that they're not. Like, I think that a lot of the workers on board do a really good job of, you know, making sure things are, you know, people aren't slipping and falling, you know, from the deck being wet, or, you know, they're posting signs about things being broken, or, you know, what have you. But ultimately, it doesn't matter whose liability it is. If your child now has permanent neurological damage from ingesting LSD on a cruise ship, because that's the other thing. You're not ingesting it as a 180-pound adult. You're ingesting it as a 50-pound child, 40-pound. I don't know how much children of that age weigh.
Very scary.
So anyways, there's that story. And let's see. Royal Caribbean news. This is unofficial news, and I've been trying to figure out if this is true or not, but it is being unofficially reported that Royal Caribbean is doing away with the buy one, get one drink package. So I don't know if you guys ever noticed that.
On board, right?
Period.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's one thing that actually kind of annoys me about Royal is they do this weird like price fluctuation on things. Like something will be one price on one cruise line or one cruise sailing and then different on another. And it's not even like they put sale. They just make it a completely different price. It's really strange. So they're notorious for doing that. And then they're notorious for doing this like buy one, get one 50% off. But sometimes if you do the math on it, the buy one, get one 50% off ends up being more than like, let's say the last sailing's regular priced drink package, you know, average per day. So it's very confusing. Passengers have complained. I'm sure they've had to issue refunds or credits or onboards, but it sounds like Carnival is doing away with it. In fact, it's not been off Royal Caribbean. I know I get them all confused. That they're working to be done with that and just have a little bit more price transparency on their offerings. So
I think they need to lower the price of it too. It's creeping up there high.
It is insane, but
even on sale, it is very high. And I know, like, if you maximize it, you can get a lot out of it. But then, at what cost to the rest of your vacation?
KB, I love it. That buy one get one 50% off is.
Yeah,
I agree.
We had true offers on Celebrity, buy one get one free on our last one, but it was a 14-day on Celebrity Summit.
That was a lot.
But it was $1,400 for two people
on board.
On board only.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't online. Now, maybe that would have been worth it, but there's no way I could have survived 14 days of the drink package.
Why would you want to? It's impossible. Like your liver. I mean, some people do it. Bless them.
Some people doing it right now.
Yeah. You actually reported some cruise news regarding Carnival and naming of their newest ships.
Yes, but it's not 100% sure, and I have a feeling somebody muddled it up a little bit. So I guess you want me to talk about it? Oh, I remember the name. So a YouTuber, I watched a YouTube. I don't remember his channel, and I can't find it because it was through Facebook. I clicked a link, and it opened it up without me being logged in, so it's not in my history, and I did not save it. But it was just like a 50-second clip, and he's like, breaking news. I went on this website where you can see cruise directors and where they're going to be with Carnival Corp. But I'm thinking he read something that was maybe P&O, because P&O has these ships' names, or they did. But basically, he is under the impression that their new XL ships, number 4 and 5, that are starting to get built now or soon.
Mhm.
First one's going to be called Adventure. So Carnival Adventure. Is that what I said?
Yeah, I guess so. Because Carnival Jubilee. Well, Mardi Gras is just Mardi Gras, but then Carnival. Yeah, so Carnival Adventure.
Carnival Adventure, and then Carnival. What was the other one with the E? Oh my gosh, I already forgot.
It is Carnival Encounter.
Carnival Encounter, which I don't like those names. I don't know why.
Right.
Because Royal Caribbean has an Adventure of the Seas. And
That does,
P&O
yeah.
has a P&O Australia Adventure, I believe. And Encounter. If I think they do. I remember seeing that. So I don't, but maybe they are. And interesting names to pick. They kind of, to me, it's not on brand with what they've already named their XL ships, in my opinion. Like Mardi Gras, Celebration,
well, they
Jubilee.
those are all the old names.
Old name, but they don't have a ship name Adventure.
Yeah, so that wouldn't make sense. So you're probably right. He probably misreported, and it happens.
I don't remember his name anyway. Maybe he's right. And Reddit will have clues to this, but it's 50-50 shot if it's right or wrong.
Yeah. But that's it in cruise news this week.
Yeah.
That's everything.
That's everything, and I guess that's pretty much it. Unless we, I think we answered everything or responded. Weird names, and Lois had mentioned no way as a parent that's scared as to the kid getting off the ship. And I think we went through all these. And again, KB, thank you for Bobo's
KB. Bobo appreciates it. He appreciates all of you.
She said you're welcome.
I love the treats.
And yes, poor child with the narcotics that he found in the candy shop.
It's crazy.
Of all places.
Yep.
I mean, but yeah, he could have grabbed what's it called? Do they sell them gumballs in there or something and choked on it? Yeah. Like, what's the difference? One of them should not have been in there, one of those substances, but it could have happened anywhere. It could have happened at a pizza place on land somewhere. Just they need to figure out how it got there. If it was displayed, like if it was candy, or if it was just on the ground or something, like it fell out of someone's pocket. Anyway, very interesting, and I would love to. That's one of the ones I kind of want to see what happens. Mainly with the investigation of it, not the outcome of the money or anything. But the kid's okay, thankfully. I read, but they're still monitoring and watching him. But that I want to see if they discover anything. Was it a crew member, or was it put there on purpose? Like all that stuff. They should have cameras. Anyway, that's it, guys. Unless you have anything else you want to say, and we will see you next Friday.
Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. We really appreciate it. I'm thankful you guys hung around for 30 minutes while you waited for me to get here.
Yeah, more people came when you were coming.
They felt the energy. If you have not already, all of you guys this is more talking to the people that view it afterwards. If you have not already, if you could please subscribe to the channel. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. We have Kelman Explorers, thumbs up for this video, and then for me, Nautical Wanderers. If you guys have not already, also TikTok. We're over on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. I don't know. I think that's it. Who knows? Cruise. What's the app? Shipmate. Like we're on everything.
All that stuff.
But thank you guys again so much.
Thank you, Lois.
Thank you, Lois. Oh, we got some.
Is it weird? No, I want to do the Sun Princess too. That's their newest ship.
Yeah.
I was watching stuff today about Holland America. Looks amazing. The food on there. Anyway, I got to get on both. Sorry. Oh, you go ahead.
No, you're good. I was just going through. Thank you, Margarita.
Thank you, Margarita.
We appreciate you.
Margarita time. Thank you, Steve.
Thank
appreciate
you.
That.
Thank you guys so much. We hope you guys have a wonderful evening. And if you don't already know the drill, chances are we'll be over on TikTok live in just a second.
I was on live earlier. I might not go live.
Probably not going to be on live in just a second.
Maybe not. Who knows? Maybe I will.
But keep them away from the fridge.
Yeah. I only got to sleep and wake up and I'm good. I'm going to eat. I've been fasting, guys. Those of you who don't know, but I'm good. Okay, guys, we'll end off there. Thank you again, like she said. And thank you, KB or Karen. I see you there. I'm going to start calling you Karen on here, but KB on TikTok. Okay, good night, guys. And thanks again. Bye-bye.
Bye.